Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is Tuesday, August 21st, 2018, vlog number 232. And I want to talk about something that people might view as a little sexist. But in talking about this, there's no way to not come off as sexist, just based off the subject matter, because it is going to be talking about the sexes and the differences between the two. It's not about the sexes, what they're capable of. It's just something that you just notice it. You can't help but notice it. So I know a lot of cosplayers, local cosplayers. I don't know some of the big name cosplayers like Yaya Han, Jessica Negri, all them. I don't know them, but a lot of cosplayers, big and small and everything in between, have different means of income. Wow. I think I'm going to have to switch this to a God of War stream because my camera just decided to take a nosedive on me. Anyway, so as you can see, yeah, we're going to play some God of War. I'll do this. At any rate, what I was saying, if you're going to be a cosplayer and you want to pursue it kind of as a additional revenue income on top of your job, you're going to have to pursue several different means of getting that. And this goes for all cosplayers of all sexes. And that's if you want to make money at it. Other than that, it's just a hobby. And there's nothing wrong with it being a hobby for you. A lot of people get enjoyment out of that. But some people, they do want to make money at it. Now, one of the bigger platforms that a lot of cosplayers use for that is Patreon. And Patreon has been very successful at courting creative types, and it's a great platform for people to donate a little bit of money for their creative person to continue creating and provide them with content that is unique to Patreon. Now, of course, some creators, Patreon's not just about cosplayers. There's a lot of creators out there. I see people that, a lot of YouTubers, in fact, they use that as a kind of a supplemental income because, YouTube ads are unreliable and so monetization is unreliable. So they have Patreons, and all they do is just say, if you like my stuff, just give me $1 a month on Patreon. And a lot of times for those people's Patreons, they don't really give too much content back that's unique to Patreon. Maybe they'll give a link to a Discord chat or something, but it's not really something extra of value. It just, hey, if you support this here, this is kind of just allows me to continue doing my work as a YouTuber, doing whatever I do on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers that do that. Hugo and Jake, that's one of them. Review Tech USA, he does another one. I digress. Of the creative types, you have some photographers that do it. One of my favorite photographers, he does it. What he does is that for his Patreons, he'll provide a a web chat with them, video chat, and he also provides tutorials on how he edits, and that's all stuff that is only he puts on for his Patreons. That's fine. That's content that if you want to see something that you can learn from, that's great. So getting back to the differences between sexes. When it comes to just strictly cosplayers, people who dress up in their favorite characters, and a lot of them are very, very skillful, male and female, and they make awesome costumes. Craftsmanship is immaculate, sewing immaculate, and a lot of them are they deserve recognition for it, and they deserve to be compensated for their craft in a way if they pursue that way. When it comes to the sexist part, I'm going to say it definitely takes skin to win. That's an old saying that me and my friends keep joking about. It was like, I think it came off of an old TV ad. I believe it was for Girls Gone Wild or something. And there's like a Girls Gone Wild video of girls getting like wet t-shirt contests. And one of the taglines was like, "Oh, Louis' wet t-shirt contest, it takes skin to win." And like, so we just kind of use this thing all the time. But it's kind of true. It takes skin to succeed in this type of area. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure the majority of cosplayers that can exploit their skin and their body are females, and they're catering to a male crowd. I'm sure there's a lot of females out there that also love looking at female cosplayers in scantily clad, outfits or lewd outfits, whatever. But I highly doubt a lot of them are actually donating on their Patreon. So here we go with a little more sexism. It seems to me that either women are extremely powerful in terms of utilizing their bodies to kind of advertise themselves or to provide that content, or men are weak in terms of we just want to see a girl with the least amount of clothing possible, and we will pay to see that. Men as general, not all men, but just as a general rule, men are weak, or it could be both. It could be that women are realizing that this is a weakness in men, and they exploit it. There's a lot of people out there who would say that that's a form of objectification, that you're objectifying a woman's body, and it's almost like sex work, where you're just kind of paying to see their naked body. You don't really care about their craftsmanship or their ability to model or however they look. For some men, that might be the case. I mean, that's a terrible thing. There are some that would actually enjoy it, like, wow, they did a really good job in that cosplay, even though her cleavage is sticking out. Things like that. And the reason why I bring this up, I was browsing through YouTube last night, and there's a video, I forget her name, of this girl. She does some cosplay, but she was basically doing a video showing different bikinis that she's gotten recently, and she's just showing them off. Like, this is my bikini haul for August. And don't get me wrong, this girl, she was extremely adorable. She was really cute, really pretty face, great body, great shape to her. She obviously works out. She has some, nice toned figure there. But she was showing it off, and she has a Patreon, of course. And I went to her Patreon. She has about 759 Patreons as of last night when I looked at it. 759 people give her money, and some Patrons have this, some don't. It tells you how much she's actually making, or how much the person with the Patreon account is making. This woman is making over $9,000 a month on Patreon. $9,000 a month, and that's before, of course, the fees that Patreon takes, and also before taxes. Because I'm sure once you start making that kind of money, you're gonna have to claim it on your taxes. But still, the net value of $9,000, that's a lot of money to look pretty and look sexy and provide, half-naked pictures on this service site. Now, some cosplayers will provide a little more than that. They will provide more than just pictures. They'll send you prints, like something physical for you. Some will even have like tutorials. Like one of the best cosplayers in the world, Kamui Cosplay. She's a cute girl. She's from Germany. Her video tutorials on YouTube are very informative. She's extremely talented cosplayer. She can craft like a Dickens. She's like one of the best in the world. She does have a Patreon, and I'm sure her Patreon has a lot of crafting tutorials. She is a cute girl, but she doesn't utilize her sexuality that way. She utilizes her craft, which I totally respect. I respect all creators for sure. I'm not disrespecting the girls who use their body to get Patreon. All more power to them. But I'm saying there are different ways to go about it, and if you go about it in a way where it's craftsmanship, I think that's that breaks the barrier of is this a sexist thing. You know what I mean? So people who are paying to see her Patreon, Kamui Cosplay, I should say, they're doing it because they want to learn and they are appreciative of her craft in ways that are a lot more than just this girl is half naked and I get to see her boobies. You know what I mean? So it's a totally different mindset. But it got me thinking, of cosplayers, of famous cosplayers out there. Who comes to mind when you think of the most famous cosplayers in the world? One of them, if you make a list of top 10, one towards the very top of that has to be Jessica Negri. She's without a doubt one of the most household names in terms of cosplay. It was a while ago that I saw this. She doesn't have it up there anymore. She used to have on her Patreon how much she made. Now she has it hidden, so I have no idea what she makes right now. But the last time I saw how much she makes, she was making $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month. Now you can say it's like, well, a lot of that goes for once she gets that money. She has to pay for the cost of printing things, for her to send out her prints, material costs for her cosplay, traveling costs for all her conventions she goes to, if she's not being invited as a guest and paid for, as a paid invitee, and doesn't have all expenses paid. So there's a lot to come out of that, but yet at the same time, $30,000 a month. You know how much that is in a year? That's $360,000 in 1 year. There are people with, doctorates that don't make that much money. Think about that. And more power to her. I wish everybody can go down that avenue and make even half that. It just goes to show you, if you know how to kind of be in the right place at the right time, exploit social media, advertise yourself in a way that you get, maybe that social media word of mouth, the following that you get, you can make a good living off of this. Granted, you have something that is worth offering for money. You know, whether it be talent, whether it be entertainment value, or whether it be your body. Not everybody has a good body. A lot of people do, especially, you know, there's a lot of cosplayers out there that are really attractive, really, should I say, again, this is very sexist, but, you know, they can utilize their bodies in ways that not everybody could. And they can, like, get a cosplay that would be like a normal character, but make it sexually charged. Of course, we're talking about cosplay, we're all talking about comic book and anime characters, and generally speaking, a lot of comic book and anime characters are pretty. They're you know, a lot of times they're unattainable bodies. They're in shape. They have big boobs. They, you know, have 10 feet long legs or something like that. They're ridiculous. So if you're trying to recreate a comic book character, it behooves you to kind of look like that character in order to gain accuracy. Again, that's very sexist to say. Anybody can cosplay any character they want, no matter what they look like. But me, as my 300-pound self, I couldn't go on Patreon and put, you know, hey, look, this is me cosplaying Wolverine. I'll look nothing like Wolverine. People might, you know, find it funny, but they won't pay me for my craft. I couldn't make the most badass looking Wolverine costume in the world. And I highly doubt they're going to fork give me any type of monetary compensation or donations to see photos of myself in my Wolverine costume. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. There's probably a lot more female cosplayers than there are male cosplayers. Now. Didn't used to be that way. It used to be that before, you know, the demographics kind of were split. There's a lot more males doing it than females. But now that women love dress up, that's just a kind of a innate thing in their nature. They love creating things. They love crafting. They love sewing. They love. A lot of girls love Halloween and stuff, but so like they love dressing up. So cosplay is a natural fit for them. Bottom line, though, if a male cosplayer that looked really, really good, you know, say he was cosplaying as Ichigo from Bleach, and he had the look, he had that lanky body but very toned muscles, and he crafted the sword to look amazing. His outfit looks immaculate. Maybe he has that outfit where, like, you know, his chest is bared and stuff, and he's looking amazing. Or maybe he'll do like a male lewd type content. How many women will pay for that? How many women on you know, that would go to Patreon and give their donations to a male cosplayer to see his male lewds? I'm guaranteeing not many. Some might, but nowhere near as many as men. Again, does that say that we're weak? That we will do anything to see a little bit of skin? I don't know. I'm highly on the side of yes, that's the case. That men are dogs, men are animals. We will do anything to see half-naked women or fully naked women. Bottom line, if you're female and you're halfway decent attractiveness, this is going to be my last sexist saying of the day. You'll all hate me after this. To all my friends that might watch this that are attractive, you know this as well I do. you know, when you do
What do you mean it's your fault?
lewd cosplay or boudoir, or if you do
Tough for me to ignore.
anything that is showcasing your physical attributes, you get more attention from males, and a lot of that attention is negative, unfortunately. But a lot of it is, if you know how to exploit it, it seems that if you know how to advertise yourself, you get exploited for money, and you could make pretty good money at it if you know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to do it, so there's not in no way telling you how to do it, but it can be done. That's it for my sexist rant for the day. I'm not ranting. I'm just noting an observation. I'm just saying that there is kind of a double standard in terms of not really a double standard. I shouldn't say that. It's more of a that's not how men and women are. Like women, they don't really, yeah, they appreciate an attractive man, but they wouldn't go to any lengths to see an attractive man with less clothing. You know what I mean? They won't go out of their way to pay to see an attractive man. Some might, again, not all though. The numbers are far too much skewed on the male side that men just want to see women in as less clothing as possible. Because we're dogs. So that is it for today. Hope you all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later.
I see no traps.
And I love you.
Sounded so sure about it.